All right, let's go ahead and make some wires. The base wire, not necessarily connecting these things programmatically. Let me just show you how to make a wire inside of Blender. All right, so whoops. Let me go into Blender and let me just hide all of this stuff. I've just done the tour of what everything looks like finished. And maybe let's leave the NIC, the ports, to give us a sense of the scale. So let me turn off all the animations, but turn... Oh, I guess I can't do it that way. Can I select a bunch of them and hide them? I guess not. Well, Well, let's just go ahead and hide the animation. And we can use this NIC or the switch as a rough idea on how big to make the wires. All right, so let's even hide that. And let's just go ahead and make our wiring system. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Shift A and add a curve. All right, and what we want is a circle curve. And that gives us a base circle here. Now let's leave that alone and come over here and make another curve, right? So Shift A, curve. This one's going to be a Bezier. We're going to add that, and let's press G and X and just move it over here away from the circle. Now what's very interesting is we can pick this object we've just made, the Bezier curve, not the circle, but the curve, and under its properties, in the this particular button here, the object data properties, instead of being round with a depth and resolution, we're going to pick the object and make it the circle. Now I believe, let's give this color, and let's just start over maybe, or let's rename these now and call this, router. Well, I guess I might want different materials. So let's do router wire circle and router wire. And in the circle, let's see if it inherits the properties, right? Let's go ahead and add a new material. And let's maybe make them glowing wires. And we're going to call this router wire. And maybe let's try an emission. And let's make it blue. And does that inherit that? See, it doesn't look like it inherited it, but I do have the object here, router wires. Maybe that's just the bevel. Okay, that's just the bevel. Okay, no problem. That makes sense. So that's not a problem. We're just going to take the this here and use router wire. Oh, I see. Maybe it did work and I just didn't render it. Oh, geez. No, see, that's not right. All right, let's make them blue wires for the routers. And what the neat thing is, and let me not render it for now. Here, let's control the size of this. Right, so in the circle, we're going to press S to scale it, and we can make these nice and big, or we can make them nice small wires, right? So we want them sort of like pretty small little wires like this, right? So that's a nice looking wire there. Now we have to, how do we, if we move the wire itself, we're going to want to, if we press S, we can scale the wire and make it bigger or smaller. But the actual diameter of the wire is controlled by this circle. And if we turn it on here and it's pretty neat little wire. Whoops, my camera's a little bit goofy here. So there's our wire, and we can just prick the circle and scale it up to make it smaller or bigger. So that's how we make a wire. Now let's figure out how to connect this wire on either end to the NIC. All right, now that's going to be challenging. I don't know how we're going to do it, but let's explore if that's possible. All right, stick around.